Hello everybody. It's Friday night, 4 o'clock again. You know, the weeks are going faster now. It's going to be Christmas in no time. Yeah, it's going to be Christmas before you know it. Yeah. So, what happened this morning? Oh, it was so funny. Who's around? Oh, there's Julia having rest. I was getting my lunch ready, and I have this one, those cans of fruit cocktail. I put that in with my lunch, and I'd gone in there, got out a can of fruit cocktail, and closed the pantry cupboard, the pantry door, and then a little while later, I heard Julia meowing like she was stuck somewhere. And I listened and I listened, and I went in the living room, and it just seemed so far away. And I looked into the bedroom, and I checked into the closet, and no Julia anywhere. My husband was, trying to go to sleep. He says, "What's up?" I says, Julia seems like she's stuck, but I can't find her can't find where she is." So all of a sudden there was this scratching noise coming from the kitchen, and it was Floyd scratching frantically at the pantry door. So I said, "What are you doing, Floyd?" Opened the pantry door, and there was Julia trapped in the pantry. Floyd had gone to Julia's rescue. So here we have this, what I consider a 3-year-old kitten, coming to the rescue of a 3-month-old kitten. Floyd has really become Julia's surrogate mom. It's just so funny. Like, I know Floyd sometimes does scratch at doors because she wants in there, but she was frantic. Like something was going to happen to Julia if she didn't get out. That was just hilarious. Okay, yes, so I'm suffering end of week letdown. We had a busy week. We had, Remembrance Day. I've had the odd movie or interesting thing to show my students. So there was the movie, that Remembrance Day movie that Nancy showed the students. There was the movie this afternoon, sort of a documentary on dangers of contraband tobacco. And then we had the movie that Nancy showed on, I don't know, she sort of showed it as another Remembrance Day movie, Valerian's War, I think, with Hurt. Anyway, an American movie about, she promoted it as a movie about a war movie that would be appropriate for Remembrance Day. And I sort of think, okay, fine, but not our Remembrance Day so much, I guess. I mean, sure, getting thousands of Jews out of France during the war, yeah, but yeah, I guess it is sort of. No, it's got nothing to do with Remembrance Day. It's got to do with the Holocaust and getting the Jews out of Hitler's Europe. It's nothing to do with Remembrance Day, which is about our veterans, our soldiers, our casualties, our Nancy. Oh well. You learn and you learn. Next year I will have to do something if I want it to be more Remembrance Day related. I don't like her movie choices. The documentary, which was very nice, it showed veterans being interviewed about their reminiscent. They were reminiscing over what happened during the war. But it was very difficult to understand anyone. I mean, even for me, it was difficult to understand what they were saying. So the students probably understood this much. So I didn't really like that one. I tried to pick clearer material. You can't feed them only, the most clear English, because that's not what they're going to hear. But you don't have to make it so hard that they don't understand a word. Bitching again, yeah. Anyway, that was it. So I've got a sort of a letdown somehow. I tried to, my supervisor was there. She's there every Wednesday and Friday. And I wanted to say something to her after class, and Nancy was in there, and she said, give us a minute. I don't know. If you're going to talk to someone and you don't want someone else to interrupt you or listen to you, then close the door. And she did that twice, so I didn't even get to talk to my supervisor, because I stood there for a second, and she was talking to her again, and I went, okay, see you guys, have a good weekend, and I left. Oh well, I got to talk to her in the morning, so whatever. Do I sound petty? Do I sound pissed? I'm not pissed. It was just annoying. Yeah, I'm annoyed. Okay, so that's that. So I told her that I would adjust my term plans later on. Yeah, over Christmas, before Christmas. So I will do that. I told my supervisor this morning that I would fine-tune my term plan and resubmit it, and then it would be perfect then. No, she's done she's finally gotten a chance to have a look at all the term plans, and she's sent out a sort of a generic reply, but with some points that she noticed, and I already discussed with her that I was covering all those points, and she said, I thought so too, that you were covering them. I just hadn't put them down in my term plan. But I will then go over my term plan with my lesson plans and fill in the blanks and make them more detailed. But not now, because now I'm in the middle of things. So before Christmas, over the Christmas holidays, I will do that. I'll get that done. And that's that. That was my day. That was my week. It was a beautiful day today. I don't know how warm it got, but the sun was shining all day long. It was gorgeous. It was so nice. I so wanted to go outside. Right now it's 15 degrees. I don't know why I'm not going for a walk. Why am I not out there? Who knows?